नारायण। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद, जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 19. We are seeing how Sri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh met Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Prayag. प्रभु कृपा पया दुहे दुई हाथ जुड़ी, तीन हैया स्तुति करे विनय आचरी. After Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them and they offered their repeated Dandavat Pranam, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed his lotus feet on their heads, blessing them. Let's see what happens. After receiving Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy, the two brothers folded their hands and great humility, Deenahaya, offered the following prayers. Stuti kare, Vinayachari. With great humility, they submitted the following prayer. Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love for Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. This is the pranam mantra for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spoken by Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. Yo Jnanamattam Bhuvanam Yo Jnanamattam Bhuvanam Dayalo Ullagayanyap Akarot Pramattam Swaprema Sampat Sudhayat Bhuteham Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mamam Prapadde. We offer our respectful obeisances unto that merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has converted all three worlds, which were maddened by ignorance, and saved them from their diseased condition by making them mad with nectar from the treasure house of Krishna Prem, love of God. Let us take full shelter of that personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, whose activities are wonderful. Yo Adnyanamattam. Yah means that personality of Godhead. Adnyanamattam, this world was mad with dharma, artha, kama, moksha, mayavad philosophy, etc. The entire world, Bhuvanam, was Adnyanamattam, was mad because of ignorance. But Yah Dayalu, that very merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ullaghayan, he subdued these Adnyan dharmas like Karma Yoga, Jnana, Ashtanga Yoga for Siddhis, all these cheating religions, Kaitav Dharma. Api, despite Akarot, he made Pramattam. They were Adnyanamattam, and then Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them mad, but not with Agyan. Made them Pramattam. Matta means mad. Pramatta means Prakrishta Rupena. Completely mad. Pramattam. They were first mad. Mahaprabhu made them completely mad. With what? Swaprema Sampat Sudhaya. Sudha means nectar. With the nectar of Swaprem Sampat. The treasure. Sampat means a treasure. Treasure of his personal devotional service. What is Swaprem? The prem for Krishna that Srimati Radharani has. Adbhutyam, such are the wonderful activities that people were Adnyanamattam and he made them Swaprema Sampat Sudhaya Pramattam. Haribol. He made them supremely, completely mad with the pure nectar of Swaprem, love for Krishna that Srimati Radharani has. That Sampat, that rare treasure. Adbhuta iham. Such are the wonderful activities of Shri Krishna Chaitanyam Amum Prapadde. And I completely surrender to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Such a beautiful verse, na? Shri Rupa Goswami and Shri Vallabh are saying. Also, pranam mantra for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yodnyana, so that is there. Yodnyanamattam bhuvanam dayalur ullaghayanyap akarot pramattam swaprema sampat sudayad bhuteham Shri Krishna Chaitanya mamum prapadye Yodnyana Mattam bhuvanam dayalor ullaghayannap akarot pramattam swaprema sampat sudhayadbhuteham Shri Krishna Chaitanya mamam prapadye yodhyanamattam bhuvanam dayalur ullaghayannap akarot pramattam swaprema sampat sudhayadbhuteham Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mamam Prapadye. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful verse. And this verse is found in the same author, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj's Govinda Lilamrit introductory Mangalacharan verse. তবে মহাপ্রভু তারে নিকটে বসাইলা সনাতনের বার্তা কহ তাহারে পুছিলা. Ah. After the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat them down by his side and asked them, O Rup, O Vallabh, what is the news of Sanatan? You two brothers have come. Where is the third brother? See, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so sensitive. He loves his devotees. Rupa kahete ho bandi haya raj ghare tumi jadi uddhar tabe haibe uddhare. Hari bol. Shri Rup Goswami replied, my brother Shri Sanatan Goswami has now been bandi. He has been arrested by the government of Nawab Hussain Shah, Rajagare. If you kindly save him, he can be liberated from that entanglement. তবে হইবে উদ্ধারে. If you, তুমি যদি উদ্ধার, তবে হইবে উদ্ধার. প্রভু কহে সনাতনের হইয়াছে মোচন অচিরাত আমার সহ হইবে মিলন. হরি বল. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't worry. Shri Sanatan Goswami has already been released from his country. Like Krishna said, na? Bhishma, Drona, Karna already dead. Jayadratha already dead. Nimitta matra bhav sabhe sakhi. You just become the instrument, Harsha. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Sanatan has already been released from confinement and he will be here very soon to meet me. Hari bol. Maam evaya prapadyante, mayametam tarantite. Prabhu kahe Sanataner hayyache mochan. Already liberated. Achirat amasaha. Haibe milan. Very soon he'll be united with me. मध्याह्न करिते विप्र प्रभु रे कहिला रूप गोसाई से दिवस तथाई रहिला. The Deccan Brahman then requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to have his lunch, Madhyan time. Please take your lunch, Prasad. Shri Rupa Goswami also remained there for that day. Bhattacharya dui bhaiye nimantrana kaila. Prabhura Shesha Prasad Patra dui bhai paila. Hari bol. Shri Vallabhadra Bhattacharya invited Shri Rup, Shri Vallabh to take lunch also. आप भी lunch पाइए. And he gave the remnants of food from the plate of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to them. Hari bol. प्रभुर शेष प्रसाद पात्र दुई भाई पाइला. Why is it important to eat the remnants of great devotees? Bhakta Bhukta Avashesha ei Mahabal. Why there is Mahabal in Bhakta Bhukta Avashesh? In the remnants of food left behind by a devotee. Why? It is powerful. Because when a devotee whose life is dedicated to Krishna, whose life is dedicated in the service and the mission of Lord Krishna, whose mouth is engaged in chanting the holy names of Krishna, whose mouth is engaged in glorifying Krishna, whose mouth is engaged in making others hear about the beautiful Leela of Sri Krishna. The remnants from the mouth of such a Mahabhagavad devotee, from the mouth of our Guru Maharaj, that is Adharamrit. It is from their Adhar, it is Amrit. And that Adharamrit, Pan, we should accept it. Then their qualities, their bhajan bal will come into us. Because their the remnants of prasad are infused with their devotion. And when we eat their jhuta, when we eat their remnants, we are putting ourselves in a subordinate position. And we are praying to Krishna that Krishna, please give me the qualities of this great Vaishnava. So Shri Rup and Shri Vallabh, after so much difficulty, after walking such a long distance, such a risk, such sacrifice, giving up opulence, they are getting the supreme opulence, remnants and the shelter of Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. त्रिवेणी ऊपर प्रभुर वास घर स्थान दुई भाई वासा कैला प्रभुर सन्निधान. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu selected his residence besides the confluence of Ganga Yamuna, a place called Triveni Sangam. The two brothers, Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh, selected their residence, Sannidhan, near Mahaprabhu's residence. They wanted to be close to Mahaprabhu. Se kale Vallabha Bhatt rahe adaila grame, Mahaprabhu aila shuni, aila tarastane. At that time, Shri Vallabh Bhatt, now let's not confuse Shri Vallabh with Shri Vallabh Bhatt. Shri Vallabh is the brother of Rup Goswami, and Shri Vallabh Bhatt is Shripad Vallabhacharya, the Acharya of the Pushtimarg Sampradaya. So Shri Vallabh is Rupa Goswami's younger brother, and Shri Vallabh Bhatt is Shripad Vallabhacharya. He was living at Adayalagram. And when he heard that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had arrived, he went to his place to see him. Haribol. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Shri Vallabh Bhatt was a great learned scholar of Vaishnavism. Haribol. In the beginning, he was very much devoted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but since he thought that he could not receive proper respect from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he later joined the Vishnu Swami sect and became the Acharya of that Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami Sampradaya, which is the Rudra Sampradaya. His Sampradaya, his sect, is celebrated as the Sri Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. Prabhupada is celebrated as Sri Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, very great Sampradaya. Pushti Marg and Raganuga Marg, they are synonymous. This Sampradaya has had great influence in Vrindavan near Gokul and in Bombay, also near Govardhan. Shri Vallabh Bhatt or Shripad Vallabhacharya wrote many books, including a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam called Subodhini Tika. And Srila Prabhupada referred to this Subodhini Tika. He referred to 8 commentaries. One of them was Shripad Vallabhacharya's commentary, Subodhini Tika. Srila Sridhar Swami's Tika is the main. Shripad Vallabhacharya, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Sanatan Goswami. All these commentaries Srila Prabhupada referred to. Shri Veer Raghavacharya's commentary, like that. Ashtatika. Srila Prabhupada carried that Bhagavatam with Ashtatika, 8 tikas of 8 prominent acharyas. One of them is Sripad Vallabhacharya. It's called Subodhini Tika. And notes on Vedanta Sutra in the form of Anubhashya. That is the Rudra Sampradaya or Vishnu Swami Sampradaya or Sri Vallabhacharya Sampradaya's Tika on Vedanta Sutra. Every Sampradaya has their own Tika. Sri Bhashya is the commentary of Sripad Ramanujacharya, for example. And what is our commentary called? Govinda Bhashya by Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan. Sripad Vallabhacharya also wrote a combination of 16 short works called Shodasha Grantha. The village where he was staying, Adaila Gram or Adeli Gram, was near the confluence of the rivers Ganga and Yamuna. On the other side of Yamuna, from Prayag, about 1 mile from the river. A temple of Lord Vishnu there still belongs to the Sri Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. Sri Vallabh Bhatta or Sripad Vallabhacharya was originally from a place in southern India called Trailanga. Most of the great prominent Vaishnava acharyas, they are from South India. They are South Indian. Satyam Mataji is going in ecstasy. Whether it is Adi Shankaracharya, whether it is Sripad Ramanujacharya, Sripad Vallabhacharya, all of them, uh, Sripad Madhvacharya, they are all from South India. And it is mentioned in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that the Dravida Desh, South India, many great personalities will take birth. So Sri Vallabh also originally was from South India, Trailanga. There is a railway station there called Nidara Bhalu. 16 miles from that station is a village called Kankadabada or Kakunra Padhu. A learned Brahman named Lakshman Dikshit used to live there, and Vallabh Bhatt, Sri Vallabh Bhatt was his son. There are 5 sections of the Brahman community of Andhra Pradesh known as Bellanati, Veginati, Murakinati, Telugunati, and Kasharanati. Out of these 5 Brahminical communities, Sri Vallabhacharya took his birth in the community of Bellanati in the year 1478, which means Sripad Vallabhacharya was 8 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 1478. According to some people, Sri Vallabhatacharya's father took sannyas before Sripad Vallabhacharya's birth and he returned home to take Vallabhacharya as his son. According to the opinion of others, Sripad Vallabhacharya was born in 1400 Shakabda era on the Ekadashi of the dark moon, Krishna Paksha Ekadashi, which was yesterday, but in the month of Chaitra. And he took his birth in a Brahman family surnamed Kambham Patibaru. According to this account, his father's name was Lakshman Bhatt Dikshit and he was born in Champakaranya. In someone else's opinion, Sri Vallabhacharya appeared near the village called Chapa Jhara Gram, which is near a railway station named Rajima in Madhya Pradesh. After studying for 11 years at Varanasi, where all this is happening, Sripad Vallabhacharya returned home. On his return, he heard that his father had departed from the material world. Keeping his brother and mother at home, he went to the banks of the river Tungabhadra to a village called Vidyanagar, where he enlightened Krishnadev, the grandson of King Bukkaraj. After that, he traveled throughout India thrice on trips lasting 6 years each. Haribol. So 18 years traveled. Thus, he passed 18 years and became victorious in his discussions of revealed scripture. When he was 30 years old, he married Mahalakshmi, who belonged to the same Brahman community as his. Near Govardhan Hill, he established a deity in the valley. Finally, he came to Adaila, which is on the other side of the Yamuna from Prayag. Sri Vallabhacharya had 2 sons, Gopinath and Vittaleshwar, also called as Gopinath Acharya and Vittalacharya. unforward my phone. So he had two sons, Gopinath and Vithaleshwar, and in his old age, he accepted the renounced order. Sripad Vallabhacharya also took sannyas afterwards. He was a grahastha, then he took sannyas. So very perfect. He was a brahmachari, traveling, learning, preaching, then grahastha, had two sons, and then he took sannyas. In the year 1530, which means just 3 years before the disappearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the last 3 or 4 years of Mahaprabhu's Antelila, Srimad Vallabhacharya passed from the material world at Varanasi. Hare Krishna. So he was 8 years elder to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he passed around 3 years before, 3 to 4 years before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which means he also had a relatively short Leela on this planet. This may be 55, 54, 55 years. His book known as Shodasha Grantha and his commentaries on the Vedanta Sutra Anubhashya and commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam Subodhini are very famous. He wrote many other books besides. तेहो दंडवत कैला प्रभु कैला आलिंगन दुई जने कृष्ण कथा हैला कथक्षण. Sripad Vallabhacharya, Sri Vallabh Bhatt offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his dandavat, his obeisances, full prostrated obeisances, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him because great devotee. After that, they discussed topics about Krishna for some time. So at this time, Sri Vallabh Bhatt, Sripad Vallabhacharya is Grahastha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sannyasi. So even though Mahaprabhu is 8 years younger, Sri Vallabh Bhatt offered Dandavat Pranam. So he is sannyasi. Krishna Katha Prabhura Mahaprem Uthila Bhattera Sankoche Prabhu Samvarana Kaila. Hearing Krishna Katha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt great ecstasy, great ecstatic love just by discussing Krishna Katha with Srimad Vallabhacharya. But Srimad Vallabhacharya was a new acquaintance. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hesitating, sankoch. He was feeling shy, bashful to express his full ecstasy. So Mahaprabhu was controlling his feelings. बहुत ecstasy आ रही थी, hearing Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu wanted to just go full-fledged into ecstasy. But because Vallabh Bhatt was a new acquaintance, Mahaprabhu controlled his ecstasy. Hari Bol. Plus he's elder also. अंतरे गर गर प्रेम नहे संवरण देखी चमत्कार हैला वल्लभ भट्टेर बाण. And Vallabh Bhatt is reading Bhagavatam. Mahaprabhu is controlling his ecstasy. Antare gargar prem. Nahe samvar. Mahaprabhu is not able to check. He's trying to control ecstasy. Not able to control. Although Lord Sri Chaitanya Dev restrained, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu restrained himself externally. Trying. Ecstatic love raged within, Prabhupada is saying. Antare Garagara Prem, just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. When will this happen? Gaur Sundar Charan Prabhu. When will this happen to us? Just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Love, volcanic eruption of love in the heart. Mahaprabhu was experiencing. But he was keeping the volcano under control, compressed. But boom, Mahaprabhu could not. Nahe Samvaran. And then when the ecstatic symptoms manifested, Vallabh was astonished to see this. Chamatkar Haila Vallabh Bhatteraman. Wow, what is this? I have read Bhagavatam in front of so many people. Nobody experienced such ecstasy before. Tabe Bhatta Mahaprabhu re Nimantrana Kaila. Mahaprabhu dui bhai tahare milaila. Oh, when Sripad Vallabhacharya saw that this is a great Mahabhagvat. I am reading Grantha Bhagvat and this is Bhakta Bhagvat. He said, I must get association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he invited. Please come for Prasad. Thereafter, Sripad Vallabhacharya, Sri Vallabh Bhatt, invited Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the two brothers. These are my parikars. These are my people. This is Rup Goswami. This is Sri Vallabh. Hari Bol. दुई भाई दूरा हैते भूमिते पडिया भट्टे दंडवत कैला अति दीन हैया. Shri Vallabh Bhatt is a very pure, high-class Brahmin. We are, few days ago, we were Dabir Kha Sakar Malik. We are not qualified to come here from a far distance. Pradyumna Prabhu, from a far distance. Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh, they are offering their Dandavat Pranam to Shri Vallabh Bhatt, Srimad Vallabhacharya. Our Pradyumna Prabhu, he is Gujarati. All Gujaratis are followers of Srimad Vallabhacharya. Isn't it, Pradyumna Prabhu? So great, Srimad Vallabhacharya. So then, Rup Goswami and Vallabh Bhatt, they offered obeisances to Shri Vallabhacharya, Shri Vallabh and Shri Rup Goswami. But from a distance. Dura haite, bhumite padila, dandavat kaila, ati deen hayya, with great humility. From a distance, the brothers Shri Rup Goswami, Shri Vallabh fell on the ground and offered obeisances to Shri Vallabh Bhatt, Srimad Vallabhacharya, with great humility. भट्ट मिली बारे जाए दुहे पलाय दूरे अस्पृश्य पामर मुई नाचुनी हमोरे. Mahaprabhu introduced, this is Rup, this is Vallabh. Srimad Vallabhacharya went to meet them. Hari bol, Hari bol. And they went back. No, 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 no. Asprishya Pamar Mui. We are untouchable. Asprishya. We are most fallen Pamar. Shri Rup, Shri Vallabh. They replied, Oh Srimad Vallabhacharya, we are very fallen. Na chuni hamore. Please don't touch us. We are untouchable. Asprishya. Palay dure. And they went far away from Srimad Vallabhacharya. In great humility, don't touch me. Please don't touch us. Very beautiful section. Please pay attention. Something ecstatic is going to happen now. भट्टेर विस्मय हैला प्रभुर हर्षमन भट्टेरे कहिला प्रभु तार विवरण. हरि बोल. भट्टेर विस्मय हैला. When Shri Rup and Shri Vallabh went far away from Srimad Vallabhacharya, Srimad Vallabhacharya was very much surprised at this. Asprishya Pamanui, they are saying. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, was very pleased with the behavior of Shri Rup Goswami and Shri Vallabh. And therefore, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Sripad Vallabhacharya the description of our Shri Rup Goswami. Would you like to hear? Iho na sparshiha, iho jati atihin, Vaidika yadnika tumi, kulina praveen. Hari bol. Naughty Mahaprabhu. He's testing Srimad Vallabhacharya. Very naughty. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, 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 very tricky. Very naughty. He will test us also. Hari bol. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev is saying to Srimad Vallabhacharya, yes, 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 yes. Rup and Vallabh are correct. Don't touch them. Iho nasparshiha iho jati atihin. They're very, very fallen people. Neat jati. Dabir Kha Sakar Malik. Oh. And Anupam Malik. Whereas you, Vaidika, Yadnika Tumi, Kulina Praveen, you are very expert in the Vedas, you are very learned, you are a scholar. And Yadnika, you know how to perform so many sacrifices and Om Swaha and Puja and all the vidhis you know. And Kulina, you are from a very high class Brahman family, pure family. And they are Jati Atihin, don't touch them. Nasparshiha. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu said, don't touch Rup and Vallabh, for he belongs to a low caste, very low caste. Whereas you are a follower of Vedic principles, you are very experienced performer of many, many yajnas, sacrifices, you belong to very great, pure Brahman family, aristocratic Brahman family. Mahaprabhu said like that. Purport Srila Prabhupada says, generally Brahmanas are puffed up with false prestige because they belong to the aristocracy and perform many Vedic sacrifices. In South India especially, this fastidious position is most prominent. At any rate, this was the case 500 years ago, even more orthodox that time. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually started a revolution against this Brahminical system by inaugurating the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. And therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose his Senapati Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada, to take birth in a Vaishya family. Hari Bol. As the son of Gaur Mohan De. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have chosen Srila Prabhupada to take birth in a Brahmin family. But no. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to teach. Birth is not so important. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually started a revolution against this Brahminical system by inaugurating the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. By this chanting, one can be delivered regardless of caste, creed, color, or social position. Whoever chants Jai Bhaje Sai Bada, whoever chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is immediately purified by the transcendental position of devotional service. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here hinting to Sripad Vallabhacharya that an exalted Brahman who makes sacrifices and follows Vedic principles should not neglect a person who is engaged in devotional service by chanting of the holy name of the Lord, even though that person may be born in a very low family. Hari Bol. Actually, Sri Rup Goswami did not belong to lower caste. He was from a Saraswat Brahman family from Karnataka. Satyarumadavi. Saraswat Brahman family from Karnataka. Sri Rup Sri Sanatan Goswamis. But due to association with the Muslim Nawab, Yavan king, Sri Rup Goswami was considered fallen and was excommunicated from the Brahman society. However, due to his advanced devotional service, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted him as a Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. Srimad Vallabhacharya knew all this. One who is a devotee is above caste and creed, yet Sripad Vallabhacharya felt himself, he was born in a very prestigious family. The present head of the Sripad Vallabhacharya Sampradaya of Bombay is named Dikshit Maharaj. He is very friendly to our movement. And whenever we meet him, this learned Brahman scholar highly praises the activities of the Hare Krishna movement. He is a life member of our International Society for Krishna Consciousness. For all time to come, Prabhupada ने purport में लिख दिया. Shri Dikshit Maharaj ki jai ho. He is a life member of our ISKCON. And although he is a learned scholar in the Brahminical caste tradition, he accepts our society and considers its members bona fide devotees of Lord Vishnu, Vaishnavas. Hari Bol. Who else was a Pushti Margi? Who else was Srimad Vallabhacharya Sampradaya? Sumati Morarji, who gave Prabhupada the initial cargo free passage to America. Hari Bol. So we owe a great debt of gratitude to the Sampradaya of Sripad Vallabhacharya Maharaj. Duhara Mukhe Nirantar. Now see, Mahaprabhu is testing Sripad Vallabhacharya by saying, yes, don't touch Rup Goswami. He is Ati Hina Jati. What happens? What does Sripad Vallabhacharya say? Duhara Mukhe Nirantar Krishna Nama Shuni Bhatta Kahe Prabhur Kichu Ingita Bhangi Jani. Hearing Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hearing the holy name constantly vibrated by the two brothers, Shri Rup and Shri Vallabh, Sripad Vallabhacharya could understand what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is hinting when he's saying, no, they are fallen, they are fallen, they are fallen. Srimad Vallabhacharya proclaims, Duhara mukhe Krishna nama kariche nartan, ei dui adhama nahe hai sarvottam. Hari Bol. Srimad Vallabhacharya said, Mahaprabhu, no, I don't accept. I don't accept that Shri Rup and Shri Vallabh are fallen. Look. Duhar mukhe Krishna nam kariche nartan. On their tongues, in their mouth, Krishna nam is dancing constantly, nirantar. Eidui adham nahe. Therefore, I say these two are not fallen. On the contrary, haya sarvottam. They are the best devotees, most advanced, most exalted. Hari Bol. Sripad Vallabhacharya Maharaj ki jai. Sripad Vallabhacharya said, since these two are constantly chanting the holy name of Krishna, how can they be untouchable? Auspicious. How can they be auspicious? Untouchable. On the contrary, they are most exalted. Purport. Gauss को पढ़ो थोड़ा. My throat is getting strained now.
Hare Krishna. Vallabha Bhattacharya's admission of the brother's exalted position should serve as a lesson to one who is falsely proud of his position as a Brahmana. Sometimes so-called Brahmanas do not recognize our European and American disciples as devotees or Brahmanas. And some Brahmanas are so proud that they do not allow them to enter temples. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu herein gives a great lesson. Although Vallabh Bhattacharya was a great authority on Brahmanism and a learned scholar, he admitted that those who chant the Lord's holy name are bona fide Brahmanas and Vaishnavas and are therefore exalted.
And Srimad Vallabhacharya, being a Pandit, he is not going to speak anything without Praman. Immediately, Srimad Vallabhacharya quotes a verse from third canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Aho batashva pachato gariyan yajjivagre vartate nama tubhyam te pustapaste juhusasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grinanti yete aho batashva pachato gariyan yajjivagre vartate nama tubhyam te pustapaste juhusasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grinanti yete. Oh, what wonderful it is that Shwapacha, even dog eater, Ata Gariyan is more glorious than even initiated Brahman, which Shwapacha, Yat, whose Jivha Agre on the tip of the tongue, Vartate Nama Tubhyam. Hey Bhagwan, Kapil Dev, if your name is dancing on the tongue, tip of the tongue of a Shwapacha, that person is Gariyan. He is more glorious than even a Brahman. More glorious than a Brahman because such a Shwapacha Bhakta, Shwapacha कुल में उत्पन्न हुए ऐसे भक्त. Not that he is eating dog meat. ऐसा नहीं कि एक हाथ में कुत्ते का मांस और दूसरे हाथ में जप माला. ऐसा नहीं. He is born in a family of dog eaters. He is born in a low family, but he is a pure Vaishnava. He has got all the activities, acharan of a Vaishnava. Tepu, they have performed tapaha, all the austerities they have performed, all Nirjala Ekadashis, everything they have done. Juhu, they have performed all sacrifices. Sasnu, yes, they have gone and yes, they have done Ganga Snan, they have done Yamuna Snan, they have done Godavari Snan. Yes, already done. Arya, and yes, they already belong to a great race of devotees because they are Achyut Gotra. Haribol. And Brahma, yes, they know Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave, they know Brahma Dhyan also, they know Shabda Brahma. Brahma, they have studied all the Vedas, Shabda Brahma. Brahma Anuchu, they have studied all the Shastra, Shabda Brahma. Why? Because Nama Grinanti Yete. Because they are always chanting the holy name. Srimad Vallabhacharya then recited the following verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Mother Devahuti is saying this to Bhagwan Kapil Dev, her beloved son. My dear Lord, one who always keeps your holy name on the tongue becomes greater than an initiated Brahman. Can we all chant? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Khaite, Shuite, Yadhata Naam Lay, Deshkal Niyam Nai, Sarva Siddhi Hai. Whatever you are doing, you would keep chanting. Although he may be born in a family of dog eater, Shopacha, and may therefore by material calculation be the lowest among men, Naradhama, he is still glorious, Gariyan. He is very glorious. This is the wonderful effect of chanting the holy name of the Lord. Vardate nama tubhyam jivagre. It is therefore concluded that one who chants the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, should be understood to have performed already all kinds of tapa, austerity, all kinds of sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas. Juhuvu has taken bath in all the holy places, Sasnu, and has studied all the Vedas, Brahmanuchu. And he's actually Aryan. Aho batashva pachato gariyan yajjivhagre vartate nama tubhyam te pustapaste juhuvu sasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grinanti yete. He's actually an Aryan because he's chanting your name. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 3:33-7. शुनि महाप्रभु तारे बहु प्रशंसिला प्रेमाविष्ट हैया श्लोक पढ़िते लागिला. Mahaprabhu said, "You have passed the test, Sripad Vallabhacharya. I'm so happy." Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased to hear Sripad Vallabhacharya quoting from Shastra about the position of a devotee. Therefore, we must memorize these verses and sing them for the pleasure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu feels very happy. Hari Bol! Prabhupada wanted us to memorize the shlokas. The Lord praised him personally and feeling ecstatic love of Godhead, Krishna Prem. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also then, now Jugalbandi, Srimad Vallabhacharya quoted our, Mahaprabhu will quote another verse to do Anumodan of what he had just said. Mahaprabhu began to quote many verses from the Shastra which we will, Krishna willing, see tomorrow. Hari Bol! Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Divya Agrawal Mataji ki Jai. Who will ask me this question on Friday ki Jai. Mataji, please, I have to go. The traffic will get crazy. It's Monday. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल. जय जय श्री राधे.
राधे
Hare
श्याम.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.